Welcome to another day of Kundalini Yoga. Today, as it is a little chilly in Hawaii, we're going to do sun energy Kriya. And this Kriya is for expansiveness and enthusiasm, energy. It gives you a clear and focused mind so you can action orient your day. It also centers you, and let me just make sure I get it all. Oh yes, of course it aids digestion and body purification as well. So just know that the solar centers in the body are the top of the head, the crown of the head, and the solar plexus. So we'll be working with both of those, more so with the solar plexus. Good ab work, but when you have a strong core, just think about the energetics of that. When your core is strong, then all your actions stem from that strong center. So it's a really great exercise and Kriya to call on that inner sun. Let's begin by tuning in with Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. So you can rub your palms together, create a little bit of heat. Call on that energy of the sun, the solar energy of expansiveness, and press your palms together, press your thumbs into your sternum, and take a deep inhale, and a slow exhale, calming the mind. Inhale deeply, relaxing the muscles of the face. Exhale. We'll tune in 3 times. Inhale to begin. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhale deeply, suspend the breath. Circulate that energy around you and through you. Call on your angels, your guides, your teachers, your inner guru. And exhale. Bring your hands to your shins. We'll do a few warm-ups before we start the solar energy, the sun energy Kriya. So bring your hands to the front of your shins. Oops. And begin to do spinal flexes, inhaling forward, exhaling back, keeping your head neutral. You're moving mostly through the pelvis. Last few seconds, use your breath. And inhale deeply in the center, pull Mulban, squeezing from the pelvic floor, lift the energy all the way up through the top of your head. Exhale. Bring your hands to your knees and we'll begin Sufi grinds, creating circles with our torso, really feeling the sides stretching. So good to move the spine in all directions. And come to the center and switch directions. Inhale deeply into the center. Pull root lock. And exhale. Bring the legs out to the sides, and we're going to do something a little different today. We're going to actually bring the right elbow kind of inside the right leg, and then use that to twist open and reach the left arm up, and you'll feel that side stretch, and it's really good for opening up the lungs and the side. So breathe long and deep. When your legs are spread open like this, you want to have the feet, the toes pointing straight up to the sky, and really use that as a twist to help open up all the organs in the torso and the lungs. Keep your head right along the line of your spine. Don't forget to breathe. And inhale up to the center. Switch arms to left elbow on the inside of the left thigh. And then inhale and reach the right arm up as you're twisting. Long, deep breaths. And inhale, rise up. Exhale and come forward just for a few breaths. And when you feel like you've stretched pretty well, come back to sitting with your legs crossed. And we'll start our Kriya. The first couple are sort of meditative, and they're pranayama, so they're breathing exercises. The first one is breathing through the right nostril, but with breath of fire. So if you need to pause this and go grab some tissue, go ahead and do that, and we'll wait for you. Well, okay. Glad you got your tissue. This helps you to have a focused mind. The right side, the Ida, I think it's Ida. Oh my gosh, I need to research that again. The Ida and the Pingala, I think the Pingala is the left, but it's the more masculine energy. It's the more like yang and action type energy. So we are definitely doing breath of fire in that circuit in ourselves where it's definitely energizing. So you bring your thumb and first finger together, place them on the right knee. Use your thumb of your left hand to block your left nostril. We're going to do breath of fire for 1.5 minutes. So not like incredibly long, but a good enough time. If you need to switch, if your nostril is completely blocked, just do your best and do what you have to do to keep breathing. And we'll begin. So breath of fire. Last 30 seconds. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath. You can relax your left hand. Exhale and meditate for a clear and focused mind. And open your eyes. You're going to bring your hands into Venus lock. So your fingers clasp. And the top thumb, for women, the left thumb. So you're uncrossing the thumbs. Bring the top thumb into the mound of the bottom thumb when your hands are flipped over. And for women, the right thumb is connecting into the webbing between the finger and the thumb of the left hand. So your thumbs are basically parallel to each other. Bring that to the top of the head. Is it above? On top of head. Okay, so you're bringing this right to the top of the head. Eyes are focused at that point, like right at the crown of the head, and your tongue is touching the top palate of the mouth. This is going to help open up that 7th chakra. And it is, again, one of the solar centers. It also connects us to the cosmic energy. So for 1.5 minutes, breath of fire, stare out that top of the head, tongue on the roof of the mouth, and begin if you haven't. Inhale deeply. Suspend and lift that energy up and out through the top of the head. Exhale and relax. Meditate for a moment. And now we get to challenge ourselves in bow pose, which is on the belly. And there are modifications if you need. One would be locust pose. So you're leaving the legs out rather than bringing them up. So bow pose, you're grabbing the ankles and then lifting everything, the feet and the hands up to the sky, and the head is forward. But if that's not doable for you, I recommend locust pose with the hands on the ground, or you can lift them up, and that still is helping the back and aiding the digestion. So do your best and pick what works for you. We're going to do this just 1 minute with breath of fire in bow pose. So let me grab my timer. Bend your knees and grab your ankles and lift and breath of fire. Head faces forward, eyes face forward, but closed. Last 20 seconds. Inhale, deeply lift. Exhale and relax. And one of the best parts, flip over and relax on the back for 3 minutes. So little mini shavasana here in the kind of beginning stage of the Kriya. Take advantage of it. Enjoy it. Let go all the way, palms face up to receive. See how heavy you can allow yourself to feel and how light at the same time. And take a couple deep breaths, waking yourself back up. After that wonderful relaxation, I'm gonna make sure my timer is right. We get to do a minute of stretch pose. Woohoo! So this again, it sets the navel, aids digestion, gives you strong commitment to yourself. The head and shoulders come up with the hands reach forward, and then the feet come up about 6 inches each. Let's start on the ground. Maybe stretch the arms long. And then lift everything and begin with breath of fire, staring at the toes. Twenty more seconds. Inhale deeply, suspend the breath, pull root lock. Exhale and relax down. And just relax for a few breaths. Remember how the solar plexus is one of the solar spots on the body. So we'll be definitely using that area and strengthening it today. Our next exercise, another minute, is bicycling the legs. So this time they do go in circles. A lot of times we piston, but we'll do the circles today. I'm gonna raise them 18 inches off the floor and then start to make the circles. So here we go. Inhale and lift, and then bicycle your legs. Head is down and relaxed. And this balances the energy of the first 3 chakras. So your sense of stability, creativity, and self-worth. And inhale, lift the legs, 18 inches up. Exhale, relax, and take a few breaths. Not gonna last long, buddy. And now we're going to raise that balanced energy up from the 3 lower chakras by doing leg lifts for 1 minute. Both together, buddy, you need to get off of me. Yeah, good job. Both together up to 90 degrees. If you need to modify, you can bend your knees or do 1 at a time. If you're on the heavy part of your cycle, you might want to modify this because it puts a lot of pressure on that area. We are going to inhale the legs up and exhale them down and really feel your navel pulling the legs up. And begin. 1 minute. Powerful breaths. Inhale up, exhale down. Just about done, less than 10 seconds. And relax down, nice job. Oops. We're going to switch now to our bellies again and work with opening the heart center with cobra pose. And it goes a little farther than normal cobra pose if you can. My body has a little bit of a challenge doing this. You want to lift the feet up toward your head. And so I'll do kind of half and half. So the feet come up and they're together. So the legs are together. The feet come up towards your head, but your front body is also lifting up too. So all together, that's about as good as I got today. And go with it. If you need to start maybe in Sphinx pose and lift the feet, that's an option. It's for just 1 minute with breath of fire. So find your posture and lift what you need, what you can lift, and begin breath of fire or long deep breathing. Actually, it does specify either, so whichever calls to you right now. Just a few seconds left. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Relax down, relax on your stomach. And we'll do a couple of counter stretches for that. First one is gas pose. So one of the kind of morning energizers. Not today, buddy. Roll onto your back. And my cat's gonna attack me here, so I'm gonna do something about that. I don't know what, but actually I do. Come over here. He only wants to attack me, not his toy. Come on. Come on. Okay, switching sides. 1 minute with breath of fire. Squeeze your legs into your chest and lift your head up, your nose between your knees or toward that direction. Breath of fire. Inhale deeply, suspend the breath. Exhale and relax. That helps to redistribute energy. And so does this next one. It's spinal rolls. We'll go for 1 minute, basically just hugging the knees in and rolling forward and backward along the spine. Remember when we used to do this as children? It's like we intuitively knew what to do. And rolling down hills resets the nervous system too. Just a few more seconds, do a couple more rolls. And on your next one, come to standing. Well, roll up and make your way slowly but surely to standing. And so this is our last exercise, and not too hard. It raises the energy to the higher centers, so throat chakra, pituitary, and pineal glands, so the 6th and 7th chakras. And again, just 1 minute, we're going to use breath of fire, and we're going to bring the hands forward, palms face down. Oh, I might need to adjust here, I realize. And then you can't see my feet now, but at least you can see me coming up and down. You're just coming to your tiptoes and back to your heels with breath of fire. So you don't have to like coordinate it, just do that and do breath of fire, and we'll begin. And inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, relax the hands and the legs down. And that is sun energy. Now we get to receive. So I'll adjust my camera back down and go ahead and find your place on the ground, a comfortable position. Prop yourself if you need to. Let the hands face up. And the legs be about, the feet be hip width or a little more apart. The palms facing up, the heart open. You've done the work, and now it's time to simply let go of all the work, even the breath, and receive the gifts coming to you. Of course, as always, We're allowing all the sounds that we hear to move us more deeply into Shavasana, relaxation, letting go, and allowing the mantra to wash over us, bringing healing and peace. Angela, Bebe, Amuju, Anasakas, Aganja, Manjala, Kabak, Akadia, Likade, Anamakamagahada, Anate, Parmate, Anjoni, Amoni. Narage, narange, narupe, nareke, akaramanga, paramanga, ganjeya dike. Anjale, ape, ape, amuju, anasakas. Aganja, banja, lakaba, akadeya, lavikape. Anamakamagahanda, Anate Parmate Yajoni Moni. Narage, narange, narupe, nareke, Akaramanga, Paramanga, Ganjeya deke. Anjala, Bebe, Ambuaju, Anafikas. Ganja Panjala Kabak Akadia Lalikabe Anamakamagahada Anate Paramate Yajoni Amoni Narage Narange Narupe Nareke Akaramanga Paramanga Ganjeya Deke Anjale, Ambuaju, Anasakas. Aganja, Banja, Bakabak, Akadeya, Lalikape. Anamakamagahanda, Anate Paramate, Anjoni Amoni. Narage, narange, narupe, nareke, akaramanga, paramanga, ganjeya deke. Anjale, ape, ape, amuaju, anasakas. Ganja, panjala, kabak, akadeya, lalikape. Anamakamagahanda, Anate Parmate Yajoni Amoni. Narage, narange, narupe, nareke, Karamanga, Paramanga, Ganjeya deke. Anjale, ape, Ambuaju, Anasakas. Jayale, ambe, ambe, ambuaju, anasakas. Aganja, banja, lakabak, akadeya, lalikape. Anam
Paramataya Joni Narage narange narupe nareke Karamanga paramanga ganjaya deke Angela ape ape Ambuju anasaka Ganja panjala kapa Akadaya lalikape Anama kama gada Anate purmataya chuniya muni Narage narange narupe nareke Karmanga paramanga kanjaya leke Jala ape ape Ambu ajuana sakha Ganja Banjala Kaba Kadiyama Lekape Nama Kama Gada Anate Paramate Yajuniya Muni Narage Narange Narupe Nareke Karmanga Paramanga Kanjaya Leke Jala ape ape Abuju anasaka Ganja panjala kapa Akadaya lalikape Nama kama gada Anate kurmate yajuniya Narage narange narupe nareke Akarmanga paramanga ganjaya deke Jaya ape ape Ambu ajuana sakha Ganja panjala kavak Akadaya lalikape Nama kama gada Anate pramate yajuniya muni Narage narange narupe nareke Karmanga paramanga ganjaya leke Jala ape ape Abu ajuana sakha Ganja Banjala Kaba Akadaya lalikape Anama kama gada Anate paramate yajuniya muni Narage narange narupe nareke Karmanga paramanga ganjaya leke
Deeply inhale and slowly exhale. Deep breath in and slow breath out. Begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers. And then stretch long on an inhale, reach up through your hands and reach down through your toes. With an exhale, we'll do a quote unquote cat stretch. Bring your right knee in and twist over your left side. On the exhale, draw it out. And on your next inhale, stretch long. And exhale, left leg in and stretch, twist over your right side on the exhale. With your next inhale, stretch one more time. And on your exhale, bring your hands in front of your heart, or above your heart, and rub the palms together. Pick your feet up and rub the soles of your feet together. And breathe normally And hug your knees, rocking and rolling your way up to seated. Now that we have expansiveness and a clear, focused, action-oriented mind, let's make sure we get ourselves out of our way with the meditation to knock out self-animosity. And we've done this before, but it is such a good one that I simply can't stay away from it too long. So it's the one where the hands are sort of in fists. The fingers come in, and then the middle section of the fingers all touch. The thumbs are sticking up, like, hey, thumbs up. Bring those together in front of the heart, but not touching. Eyes are focused on the tip of the nose. And the breath is inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the mouth. And exhale through the nose. Continuing this breathing pattern. We'll do this for 3 minutes. With your next inhale, inhale through the nose. Lift the hands up, suspend the breath. Keep the hands up, exhale. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Inhale deeply, suspend. Exhale and shake the hands up. Shake, 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 shake. Distribute all that energy. Shake a little more. All right, and relax them down. Awesome. You are like ready to go. And let's end with our prayer song. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Singing it through 3 times. First time to yourself, second time to someone else, and third time to everybody, no exceptions. So bring your hands to your heart center and really soak in this first one and then really send it out the next 2 times.
May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on.
So, shadow soaking it in. Thank you very much. Whatever. Yay! We'll end with Sat Nam. Long Sat meaning truth, short Nam name or identity. Just honoring the truth within me is the same truth within you, and it is the same truth within shadow here and within everybody and all. So inhale. Sat Nam. Please bow to your heart and to yourself as we bow to each other. Sat Nam.